and welcome to this week's episode of Geek Speak. I am your host, Lauren, and with me as always is the delightful Alex.
Baroness of Butts and the amorous Aunty you forgot to mention, excuse me.
Oh, I'm sorry. The amorous Aunty Alex, the Baroness of Butts.
Okay, that's better. Hi, that's me.
Oh, I just had something very crude, but I'm just going to say hello to Pokemonica.
Hello.
But now I want to know what that crude thing is.
No, I don't.
Okay, type it in the agenda just for me. Very, very sneakily.
I can't spell it. It was like, I've forgotten half it now, but it was like the prolifically pungent Pokemonica.
Oh,
but there was more to it. I can't remember what it was. But hello, welcome to episode 18 of Big Red Barrel Geek Speak, the place for all your nerdy needs on BigRedBarrel.com. I forgot to say that at the start. Can we tell you we're tired?
Yeah. It's not at all Monday evening.
Have you got a case of the Mondays? Kazorp Field. Have either of you seen Rick and Morty?
Yes.
No.
I've seen some. Rub-a-dub-dub!
We do have my puzzle.
I have replied to a piece of feedback from one of my bosses with a picture of a Mr. Meeseeks and the caption, "Can do!" And I don't think they got it, but then someone walked past my computer monitor and was like, "Hey, Rick and Morty, that's amazing."
Hey, I'm Mr. Meeseeks!
I'm Mr. Meeseeks, look at me!
Yeah, the second season recently finished, if you were lucky enough to see it through one of your preferred streaming methods, and it was rather good. One of the episodes almost made me cry. Well, actually, it did make me cry. But there's a character in it called Field, which is pretty much an alternative universe Garfield who loves enchiladas and has a pair of arms sticking out of his head.
Oh, yes, the Gazorp ones, I think.
Gazorp, and I've actually seen a good cosplay of that as well.
That's awesome.
Okay, back somewhat on topic, I suppose.
When do we ever?
I don't know. There is a list of things. It's a basic suggestion. It's more like guidelines. So we have a new segment at the top of the episode, and it's Weird Find of the Week. So if you have anything interesting, weird, or wonderful, or all of the above that you find on the internet box during your week, send it to us on the Twitters, in the forums, or on our lovely new Facebook. And we'll have a look at it. If it's weird, wonderful, or wacky, I hate that word, we will include it in the episode. This week, I think Alex has found something quite interesting.
Yep. I decided to continue a tradition of Pokebutts, but I found a llama font. It's Say It in Llama! You just write words, and then they get spelled out in llamas who are doing quite acrobatic and stretchy and yoga type things.
Yeah, yoga llamas. First thing I wrote was poop, and that looks pretty cool in llama font. And it's llamafont.com. Very, very interesting. Check it out if you're bored.
It's adorable. It broke me during work. I saw it being posted on Twitter by someone, and then I spent the next half an hour typing words in llama and giggling to myself behind my computer and scaring the out of everyone at work because they don't get it. They don't get anything.
Oh.
If you find anything that's particularly interesting to look at in llama font, or if you want to post us a question using llama font, go on there, write it, screenshot it, and send it to us on the forum, on the Twitters, or in the Facebooks.
And we will try to read it. Because I can't work out what half those letters are when I see them. It's like, is that I know the word that I wrote, but I don't know what it is.
Well, that's the challenge, you see. So we have to decipher the question, then try and answer it. Or try and answer it in llama font, yeah. But we'd have to do that on the forums, because I don't think we can do it verbally.
Surely llama font verbally would just be spitting. Just be angry, spitting.
Is that what llamas do? I thought they were cute and cuddly.
No, llamas
They spit.
Llamas are vicious.
They're vicious.
Ow.
Snap. Okay, so back to something I guess is a bit more mainstream. Star Wars Battlefront. A few of us played it over the last week. Alex, do you want to take the lead?
Yeah, I think I might have played the most out of all of us. I don't know how much. Did you play it, Lauren?
I played mainly the co-op because I played the multiplayer in EGX.
Yeah.
So I wanted to explore the actual co-op and get used to the character, to be honest. And plus Coleman was playing a lot of the PS4.
Oh, right.
So I left him to it and we played co-op for a while.
Hey, Mon, the Queen of FPS. Did you play Battlefront?
No, I was busy doing the Destiny raid. I killed
Why
Ori.
am I not surprised?
Well, I know I'm gonna get the game. I already know I want it.
And she's not even gonna get it on PS4.
That's why I didn't play too much of it, because I knew I was going to get it anyway. So I was like,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
it'd be pretty cool.
Twitter question thing for people to answer. What is better, an Xbox controller or a PS4 controller? Because my vote is on Xbox One controllers are by far superior.
Mine's really sticky. I prefer a PS4. It feels
What
better
have
in my
you
hand.
in common been doing to it?
We barely use it.
Maybe that's why I was just crying all the time. No, like the triggers on my PS4 are really like if I'm shooting anything, and it's just.
What have you been doing to your PS4 controller?
Shooting a lot with it, and the rubber casings come off of my left thumbstick, and it's just.
Oh, you just get covers, because that's what we had to do.
Yeah, but I don't want to have to get a cover. I want a nice controller.
No, I played I just missioned Diablo 3 when Reaper of Souls Edition came out, and I just sat for about 48 hours straight, replaying the first 4 sections and then playing the Reaper of Souls, because like I said before, I lost my character, so I was leveling one back up, ready to fully go into the mission, and I completely destroyed my left thumbstick. I was pretty impressed with myself. I also had carpal tunnel in my thumbs for about a week.
Yeah, some games have given me that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I spoke a lot to friends who played it, and so I know some of it.
Hopefully Battlefront and not Xbox controller.
Oh yeah, Battlefront. So I know about it. So I can say the things once you guys have said what you think of it.
It's fun. Play it. Buy it. Done.
There's no squads. It made me sad. I heard there's no squads.
What do you mean there's no squad? I don't know. I don't play that many FPSs, so I don't know what exactly squad you
like teams, like 5 or 6 or 4-man teams.
Well, you can join in teams. No, that's really weird to me because that's exactly what we did. We all got together in the party.
Oh yeah, you can have a party. You can do the party, but I mean, I was told in the game itself. There's no within the big teams. There's no mini teams.
No.
Well, everyone's against the same goal, really.
Yeah, so it doesn't really make sense.
I thought that was just nice because you could get squad. In Battlefield, I'm just comparing it to Battlefield. You're in teams of 5 within the same side, so you're both on each side. And if your team does well, you get perks and bonuses. Like you get a bit of extra armor, or you get faster regen health. If your team never gets wiped. So if all 5 of you are dead at the same time, as long as one of you is left alive, you've got your perks carrying on, and you tend to stick together more, and you can spawn on anybody from your squad.
Okay, just coming back a little bit to Battlefront, because it wasn't that significantly different to the demo that we played at EGX a couple of weeks ago. But out of, there is obviously a co-op, and I think another single-player mission that I haven't really played that much, so can't really speak to it. But there was obviously a big 20 versus 20 Battle of Hoth, Imperials versus Rebels, which is what you imagine, big attacks walking about, you can fly a snowspeeder, a TIE fighter, X-Wing, shoot out of different various stations, and you have to kill attacks before they destroy the rebel base.
Yeah.
Or there was another mode that I actually preferred, that was just a little bit more fun, which was basically it's 8 versus 8, and pods being dropped from the sky, and you have to capture the pod and protect the pod for a period of time, and then you basically get assigned, so you protected that pod for that period of time, you get 1, while the other team gets 0, and that is until 5 pods, or you ran out of time. And that one, even though it's a smaller map, I thought it was a bit more fun, mainly because I didn't get killed as much. Like, it was when I spawned,
that's what I got from it.
Yeah, when I spawned, I got a chance to run around and kill other players and do more stuff, whereas if sometimes on Hoth I would spawn and someone shot me in the head, and that was about it.
Because that's why I wasn't first on playing the multiplayer, because that's the experience I had at EGX, and I thought, right, I actually want to play the game and get used to the controls before people constantly shoot me in the ass, so let's give the other modes a go first.
Yeah, it's good, because you get the feel for the games and the weapons and stuff before you jump in and get shot a lot.
Well, the thing that I actually want to discuss, which is maybe a little bit more interesting than just talking about the game, is that almost everyone felt that Battle of Hoth was really unbalanced towards Imperials. And I even when we were playing, I posted on Twitter, please, if you win on the side of Rebels, please send screenshots. And actually, someone did, but that very, very rarely happened.
Yeah.
And actually, afterwards, Dev came out and was like, "Yes, we are aware that it's imbalanced. This was just for this demo. We're actually working on it to making sure that this is gonna be a bit more fair."
Yeah.
Which actually, some fans went out and pointed out, well, that's kind of when it's unbalanced more to the Imperials, it's more like canon, because obviously Rebels were completely outnumbered and outpowered.
And we're meant to be the underdogs.
Yeah. So kind of, and I don't know what you guys are thinking about it, because I can see both sides, and it's very interesting. Like, I kind of like that approach that it's not balanced. You are an underdog. You are overpowered by Imperials, and it does feel like you get a really great sense of achievement once you actually beat the Imperials, because it is really, really, really tough. On the other hand, actually playing it so many times, playing the Rebels, you're just good, okay, I'm gonna sit through this match, it's gonna be really frustrating, and I'm gonna be shot a lot, but then I'm gonna play Imperials and actually have fun. And that's how that felt as well.
It's hard. I can understand why it happened, because you have to imagine the people who are QAing this and playing this play it so much, so they get really, really good. So the people who were playing Rebels, I would imagine, were really good at playing Rebels, so they probably seemed a lot more balanced.
Well, I heard
it happens a lot.
And, I don't know actually, because I'm not very good, especially at the Rebel side. But I heard the trick that apparently the orbital strike is incredibly overpowered. So as soon as people learned how much damage the orbital strike does to that AT, they were basically just getting that buff and waiting for the AT to become vulnerable, and then just strike them with the orbital strikes, and that way they just kill them very fast and easily. So that was another kind of complaint from the other side, that some of the perks were very overpowered compared to the other things they had in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's just kind of interesting. I kind of almost wish they didn't go and they said, no, that's how it was supposed to be. We're not going to actually do anything to the game.
Yeah, it's hard to decide, because you don't want people to be frustrated and to go, oh, I'm Rebels, I might as well quit out. That's what you don't want. You don't want people to quit out, because remember when we were playing Evolve, and people would get matched in and would just quit out. It's like, oh, I don't want to play this. Just
I don't want to play Monster. There's 4 people in a party. I don't want to join them because I'll be Monster.
Yeah, must be tricky to balance. I quite like uneven maps. When we were doing some Halo 3 games, and there's one map where, depending on which side you are, you just have such an advantage, because you can open up a passageway, which basically lets you walk right into the enemy base.
Oh, right.
It's captured the flag. But it's interesting, because then you adapt and you have to develop strategies. I don't know. I like it both ways. I just like shooting people, mostly.
Yeah, no, the shooties are fun.
Yeah? The good shooty?
I think they were good shooties. I think I have to do some training, because whenever I aim, I first aim at the skies or at the ceiling. And then I actually aim at people.
Oh.
But yeah, no, it was actually really nice, because we played with a lot of forum members, with Spiky Chris and Cloud Style and other peeps, and it was just fun.
Oh, that's cool.
No, Lauren, talk about the thing you were going to talk about! Lauren is very sneakily meddling with the agenda. I do not approve this.
Okay, do you want me to do that before your dramatic reading?
Yes, please, because then I'll be talking again, and I'm tired of my own voice.
Oh.
Okay. So I got bored this weekend while doing some work, and I decided to delve into my backlog of films I've been meaning to watch this year. And I decided to watch one which I knew was going to be pants, but I felt I had to watch it to experience the pantsness for myself. That is Jupiter Ascending.
Woohoo! Pants!
Yeah. Have either of you watched it?
No, but I avoided that movie like a plague.
Yeah. I watched it out of morbid curiosity more than anything. It's by the Wachowski siblings. And you know it. You can tell straight off the bat they did it. And and is harder to follow than the Matrix.
Really? Wait.
Well, to be
Yeah.
fair, the first Matrix was quite easy to follow. Then the second and the third, I still have no clue what was going on there.
Yeah, I don't know who's who or what's what.
Yeah, I'm still confused. There's like incest, there's intrigue, there's murders, there's reincarnation with a bit of incest again.
Yay!
People being bred for some sort of juice that keeps people young for millennia. And Mila Kunis is the queen bee of all it. All of it.
Is that the one where they're animals, but they're people, but they're animals?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well,
am I thinking of something else?
Well, Channing Tatum's in it, and he is a bred being, which is a mix of like the pure human DNA, because humans aren't actually humans. They are the DNA of the people from Jupiter spliced with the indigenous population of mammals, so apes, chimpanzees, that kind of stuff, to create a breeding stock, which they then tend to harvest and take all of their kind of vitamins, nutrients, buttholes, I don't know, to keep them looking fresh and savvy.
Perky.
And that, yeah, perky. Quite literally, because you do see a butt coming out of this big vat of human ooze, looking all perky. But then
maybe I would have liked that movie.
No. You see one butt and it's not that great. Yeah, she goes in looking... She's meant to be old, but she just looks young with a load of makeup on.
Yeah.
And then she's just gone into her bath and washed it off.
Oh, look! What ho! I am young again! What wizardry is this?
Whilst talking to the reincarnation of her mother. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, then there's Channing Tatum, who's meant to find Mila Kunis' character, Jupiter, and he is a bred thing who is like the Jupiter kind of genes spliced with a wolf, so he's like a lichen. So he has special sensing powers, so he can sense a gene across the universe. It's like, what? What are you on about? And then there's Eddie Redmayne, the guy who played Stephen Hawking in The Theory of Everything.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Oscar-winning actor.
He's a good actor as well.
Yeah, terrible.
Oh.
Bloody terrible. He was either whispering or yelling. There's a bunch of YouTube videos which are like acting classes, and they've used clips of him because he goes from Lord Voldemort to Gary Oldman and Leon in like 1 second. Well, even less than a second. He just flips back and forth. And it's just very, very weird. And there's a lot of action in it for no reason. At one point, they're in... Sean Bean's in it.
Oh!
And he doesn't die.
What?
See,
Yeah.
this is where that movie went wrong.
So he's fine. But he has a farmhouse because he used to be this... Well, he and Channing Tatum used to be on a squadron of soldiers who had essentially angel wings.
What?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but then they both got court-martialed and released, so they lost their wings. But he has a farmyard on Earth because he's hiding out from the authorities, and these other bounty hunters turn up in cyberpunk wigs, as you do, and
I'm
flying
sorry,
vehicles.
what are the cyberpunk wings?
Yeah, have you ever been to Camden and seen Cyberdog?
Yes.
The shop?
Yes.
Yeah, that. So it's like big plastic coils in your hair. Like dreads, plastic dreads.
Oh,
That
sorry, they are
neon.
wigs, not wings.
Oh, wigs. I was
No,
thinking
no.
wings.
So was I.
No, Channing Tatum and Sean Bean, they had wings.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
But the other guys have wigs.
They have cyberpunk wigs.
Okay. That
Yes.
makes none of this any clearer, but at least I'm kind of understanding you now.
I looked at
I-
some screenshots and I'm confused and I'm like, no, just go back to doing 22 Jump Street.
Yeah, and then they leave. Do you remember the movie Signs?
Nope.
Oh, I watched that as a very young child and got very, very scared.
Yeah, the M. Night Shyamalan movie, with Mel Gibson and the aliens who don't like water. Even though there's water vapor in our air, idiots. Yeah. So the
Weeks.
crop circles in air quotes from that movie is are put into this movie by the bloody bounty hunters for some reason, just by accident, because they're trying to kill and capture Mila Kunis's character. And then there's a whole section where she has to go through a lot of bureaucracy to claim her title as queen, and that goes on for about 10-15 minutes, and you just think, what?
Gee,
What is going on here? Why am I watching you queue to prove that you're queen? I don't care.
you're really selling it to me.
I don't want to sell it to you. It's crap. I'm just telling you. I'm just trying to warn everyone not to watch it, even though I don't think they needed warning.
I just feel like to get an equivalent, I just go and stand in line at the local post office in Camden.
That'd be more fun, because at least Camden would be a bit more lively than this. There's a section where she meets her, she's the reincarnation of these 3 kids' mother. The daughter, she just gets naked in front of the reincarnation and gets young again, which is weird. The second son threatens to kill her, and does try and kill her. Then the third one, he decides to marry her and then try and kill her.
Well, because the porridge was too cold.
No, because they want Earth, apparently.
Oh, right.
Because Earth, as always, is the almighty, all-wonderful planet that everyone wants to bang. So, overall, that is a summary of this movie, as best as I figured it out.
Can I confess something?
Go on.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Yeah,
Me
I
neither.
have no idea what's going on.
Me neither, but that's the film. It's a Wachowski film. Like I said, it's kind of trying to be a Matrix love story kind of thing with Channing Tatum and Mila Kunis. And just don't watch it. Just don't. I watched it so you don't have to.
Yeah. On the topic of films you shouldn't watch, I watched Jack Reacher last night.
Really?
Why? Why?
Because we were bored. We just watched Doctor Who, and Doctor Who was great. Because we watched it yesterday, because we didn't watch it on Saturday. And it was pretty good. It had what's her face from Game of Thrones, and it was fun.
Oh, little one.
Yeah, Arya. I never remember her name. And
Macy Williams.
Yes, and she.
Maisie, yeah.
Yes, she was really good, and it was good. It was a generally fun episode. But then we were like, oh, let's watch a film, and we wanted something actiony, and we ended up on Jack Reacher because we thought, like, come on, how bad can it be? It'll kind of be like Mission Impossible. It kind of was, but just worse, and it's just bad. It was so
Is that
bad.
the one with Chris Pine?
Who's Chris Pine?
Captain Kirk?
No.
No.
No. It's not. He's basically some. It just feels like a Tom Cruise ego wank fest. You know how Vin Diesel makes his Riddick films and like they are his thing. He just wants to be Riddick. It's kind of like that. It's like, oh, I want to be Mission Impossible, dude, but not. So he's.
But I want more money for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I was getting confused with a different film that came out pretty much the same time about pretty much the same thing.
Yeah. And so he's some ex-army dude who's fallen off the grid. Nobody can find him, and there's just the most cringeworthy scene where these two detectives, the DA and the detective, are chatting. And they're like, "Who is this guy? Like, we don't know. Like, we can't find him. Like, we have these old records. He was like pristine in the army, blah blah, army policeman." And, like, we don't have any trace of him afterwards when he came back, blah, blah. It's like, he seems like a man who can only be found when he wants to be found. And then on cue, someone turns up at the door and it's like, excuse me, there's Mr. Jack Reacher here to see you. It's like, oh.
All they have to do is look down.
Kill me.
He's right there.
Kill me now. I know. And he acts so badass. He's super tough and he, like, curb stomps this guy in the face. And it's like, come on, dude, you've seen Drive. You don't get the girl if you curb stomp a dude in front of her. They don't like that. And he
never ends well.
No, and he just acts like so tough. It's like, I know how short you are. You're like as tall as me. They have such inventive framing, so you never see his feet and the other person's feet in the same thing, and you kind of have him closer to the camera or have a bit.
It's all perspective, and he's also wears lifts.
Yeah. So, it was entertaining, like, but in the same way that Chronicles of Riddick is entertaining, and you're like, why did I watch that again? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yes, don't watch it. It's on Netflix, but don't watch it.
Okay, so let's hear about something maybe we should watch.
Oh,
Yes.
yes, you absolutely freaking should.
Alex has a special segment for us today.
Yes. Did you do your homework? Did you go
No.
and see Martian?
No.
Sorry. I didn't have time.
I was saving myself in this exact moment.
But how can I spoil it for you if you haven't seen it, though?
Because I've already researched it.
Oh,
So you're fine.
But what
I-
about Mon?
I haven't.
Oh, but I want my ears caressed by Alex's dulcet tones.
Okay, to be honest, Mon, and this is not a spoiler thing.
Okay,
If you've seen the trailer for the movie,
I haven't.
you pretty much know everything that's going to happen in the movie. It's one of those trailers. It tells you everything.
I haven't.
Do you want me to give you a sentence synopsis?
I haven't seen the trailer.
I can give you a sentence synopsis.
He gets stuck on
you want.
Mars, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, yes, I know he gets stuck on Mars. I've seen the...
Okay.
You just need to see the poster to guess that he's been stuck on Mars.
Yeah, and after
Yeah.
that, you're gonna pretty much figure out everything that's gonna happen because, hey, he's stuck on Mars. He is probably gonna die on Mars. What's he gonna do? Try to get off of Mars. You
Because
know?
America!
Yeah, and that's pretty much everything that happens. The beauty of both the movie and the book, both of which are absolutely amazing, is how he manages to do that, and the atmosphere, and the book is the mixture of science and the humor. And I think, Lauren, you're actually gonna love the book because there's so much sciencey stuff in there. And like science that I'm not a sciencey person. I got everything. I wasn't bored with everything that they were talking about. It's just explained and told in such a approachable and easy to understand way that it just reads in one breath.
I'm not fussed on actual sciencey books, I do have to admit. I like...
It's not so much
Yeah.
as sciencey for the science sake. It's more like I have this like a Robinson Crusoe. He's like, okay, I need to figure out this thing. I'm stuck on an island. This is the thing I need to do. And he goes about explaining how he does this thing. This is the same exact thing, except he's on Mars, so the things he does are a bit more technologically advanced. And to understand how he does them, he does have to explain things, but they're easy. And again, the way they're done is just so wonderful and humorous and amazing.
So, are you going to grace us with a dramatic reading?
Well, Mon, are you,
Yeah, go
are
on,
you going to be
yeah.
there for a dramatic reading?
Yeah, go on.
Okay.
That's fine. That's okay.
So,
She can always mute you if needs be.
No, it's okay. Don't worry.
okay, so, consider spoiler warning.
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 Mhm.
I'm gonna put in the podcast notes where the spoiler begins, so you can skip that if you don't want to listen to the Martian thing. And I'm gonna tell you where it ends, but otherwise, enjoy this. First of all, I'm gonna phrase for this, so a couple of things that are just gonna help you to understand the segment, because it's kind of in the middle of the book, but it just tells you exactly what the book is about.
Mm-hmm.
So he's stuck on Mars. He only has food for about 100 days or so. So he needs to figure out how to feed him until he's going to be rescued. So he manages to grow potatoes. Potatoes need water. And his water reclaimer is not exactly working, so it's not producing to his full efficiency. Also, he's managed to establish sort of a connection to Earth and communicate with them, but it's pretty much the way they communicate is he types messages and they type him back, and they have about a 20-minute delay or so. So take that all in mind, and it's written as his log, so it's written from the first person.
Okay.
Log entry Sol 118. My conversation with NASA about the water reclaimer was boring and riddled with technical details, so I'll paraphrase it for you. Me. This is obviously a clock. How about I take it apart and check the internal tubing? NASA. After 5 hours of deliberation. No, you'll fuck it up and die. So I took it apart. Yeah, I know. NASA has a lot of ultra-smart people, and I should really do what they say. And I'm being too adversarial considering they spent all day working out on how to save my life. I just get sick of being told how to wipe my ass. Independence was one of the qualities they looked for when choosing Ares astronauts. It's a 13-month mission, most of it spanned many light minutes away from Earth. They want people who would act on their own initiative. If Commander Lewis was here, I'd do whatever she said, no problem. But committee of faceless bureaucrats back on Earth? Sorry, I'm just having a tough time with it. I was really careful. I labeled every piece as I dismantled it, and I laid everything out on a table. I have the schematics in the computer, so nothing was a surprise. And, just as I suspected, there was a clogged tube. The water reclaimer was designed to purify urine and strain humidity out of the air. You exhale almost as much water as you piss. I've mixed my water with soil, making it mineral water. The minerals built up in the water reclaimer. I cleaned out the tubing and put it all back together. It completely solved the problem. I'll have to do it again someday, but not for 100 souls or so. No big deal. I told NASA what I did. Our paraphrase conversation was, me. I took it apart, found the problem, and fixed it. NASA. Dick. So yeah, that's how great the Martian book is. And literally, there's so many moments like this. I think I scared away half of the carriage in my tube because there was one point where I just started laughing uncontrollably in the tube and I couldn't stop and I had to hide behind the book because people were literally looking at me like I'm an insane person. Yeah, and
well, you are insane.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but like not dangerous insane, and they were really freaked out.
Yeah, but how were they to know? They're like, oh, crazy lady, she's laughing. What is this about?
Yeah. So no, the book is absolutely amazing. I have never enjoyed something so much in my life, and I set myself a task. I was gonna read it before the movie, which ultimately would mean that I wouldn't be as impressed with the movie as everyone else, but which was fine. I was prepared for that. But yeah, it also happened like I had the toughest week I've had in a while where I would wake up at 5 a.m. and go to work to do stuff, and I was like, oh, I hate my life and I hate work. Let's see what Mark Whitney is supposed to do, because, he's stuck on Mars and he's dying, so whatever he does is gonna make me feel better.
Yeah.
And it totally did. Okay, and the movie is also pretty great. They're pretty faithful to the book. I'm actually gonna tell you a Sean Bean story, because we already mentioned Sean Bean, and I've actually remembered a pretty geeky thing about Sean Bean.
Okay.
Isn't Sean Bean just all pretty geeky, though?
Yeah, but it's like extra level of geeky, like... Geeky, like...
Okay.
That kind of geeky.
You laugh,
Okay.
no
You
joke.
laugh.
You laugh just like Julia.
Yeah, I get infected from her. So Sean Bean is playing one of the NASA guys.
Mm-hmm.
Who is responsible for God knows what. I don't remember his title. So at some point during the movie, they have to get together for a secret thing, just the selected members of the team to discuss the secret thing. And so they have to create a project name for something that, like, the project, I don't know, out of the blue, but to denote that is a secret meeting. So they choose the project name to be a Council of Elrond. So the Council of Elrond is obviously from Lord of the Rings, where Sean Bean was playing Boromir and was also present. So this is like, I was sitting like, Council of Elrond, Sean Bean, Boromir, it's a council. I'm sorry, I know this is so geeky, but it's just like,
okay.
It was great, okay?
It's the name of our podcast, you're fine.
Yeah, don't worry.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
If you can't say it anywhere else than here, you're pretty much screwed.
I think that's pretty cool. So wait,
Yeah.
so I'm guessing that wasn't in the book. They just
Well, Sean Bean wasn't in the book.
No, did they have the council name in the book?
Yes, they had the council name in the book. Yeah.
Oh,
That was
okay.
the council, because NASA is like a bunch of geeks getting together, so
I see.
there's so many great references into like all types of geeky personalities. And
Maybe
just
they got
very
Sean
clever.
Bean just for that nudge, nudge, wink, wink moment.
Maybe.
You know what? If they did, it was perfect. It worked. I started jumping on my seat and
No.
tugging Tim on the shoulders like, Tim, and he's like, what? I'm like, I guess I'll tell you later. Okay, never mind.
Oh, did Tim not clock onto it?
I'm not sure he is that much of a Lord of the Rings fan.
I don't think he is.
No, it might not have occurred to him.
Oh. Well, I guess you've married him now, so not much,
Yeah,
not
no.
much you can do.
You're stuffed.
I'll have
Stuffed.
to educate him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, in a couple of weeks' time, on November 7th, there's a lot of lovely gaming folk getting together to do a little thing called Extra Life. Have you ever heard of it?
Yes, it's when you play games and lots for charity and awesome things.
Charity!
Kids' charities
Yes.
usually, yeah?
Yeah, it's
Yes,
for
so,
children's hospitals in America
Oh,
and
yes.
Canada, I believe.
Yes, so we at Big Rebel are joining together and we're all doing a little bit to help those sweet little kids along. We are raising money for an international children's centre where kids from all over the world can go and get treatment they need. So it's not just for the American kids, it's for any kids that need help. They can go to this hospital, and we're going to try and raise a little bit of money for them. Myself and Alex will be playing games for 24 hours. More detail will be coming out on the podcast on the Twitter, and we will put links down below to link you to our fundraising pages. If you just want to go have a look, see what it's all about, please do. If you want to know anything else, like what we might be playing on the night.
Well, maybe you should talk about it a little bit, because that's quite interesting. And, well, I found it interesting when you told me.
Okay, so I am going to be on the Xbox One, streaming on my Twitch channel, which, again, we will keep the link down below, and I will tweet out the link when I am doing it, because I can't remember the link right now. But I am planning on playing the season 1 of the Telltale Walking Dead and the Wolf Among Us, Halo, a bit of I don't know which Halo yet. I've got the Master Chief Collection.
I just wriggled in my seat like, Halo, I can do that. It's gonna turn from like, yeah, this is really fun playing for the kids. F*** you, Monica, stop shooting me.
And we were trying to be so good with the swearing.
I know, it's just gonna be
I know
like,
this
bleep,
wasn't as good as last week.
Yeah, we're just bleep, bleep, bleep,
Yeah.
bleep. Oh, that's Monica talking.
So, I'm gonna play some sort of Halo. I might just start at Halo 1 with the story mission and just see how far I can go. Maybe a bit of Gears of War to let off a bit of steam, and whatever I find on my Games with Gold, and whatever I find at CEX next week, to be honest. So that's my general plan. I'll put a little schedule up once I decide what I'm doing. But, Alex, do you have any idea what you're going to be playing?
Well, that's what I was gonna ask, because I was actually thinking of I could either do a play for a Dragon Age Inquisition, which I don't know if people would be up for watching. I know a couple of people asked me said that they'd be up for watching me play Dragon Age, but it's up for you. I don't think you can actually finish in 24 hours, but I could really, really try. So maybe that could be a complete, very fast playthrough without the DLCs, because I don't think there's no way I'll manage to squeeze the DLCs in that. Or I probably might be playing Heroes of Might and Magic 7 on PC. So Dragon Age Inquisition would be on PS4, and Heroes of Might and Magic would be on PC. Or alternatively, I could try and do Dragon Age Origins or DA2. I don't know. Tell me whatever people would like to watch.
Now, I was thinking, maybe I could just do a run through of Diablo again, maybe get a new character, level it up, because I've got some Paragon levels, so it won't be as bad. And I was watching Kev play it yesterday, but unfortunately that's all on the PS4 and I can't access that day. Damn it. Because apparently there's going to be 24-hour long Destiny raids.
Really?
24. Oh,
Yes.
I see. Wait,
Yes.
what are they going to do for a whole 24 hours? Like, we do the raid in
What
an
have you guys been doing for whole year and
we
a half?
We do the raid in an hour and a half.
Well, I don't know, because...
Also, Chris is sure not going to raid at level 39. let me tell you that now. He ain't even going to get through the first
I
bit.
started my water all over the screen.
So, like,
Don't be
he's got
mean.
like 2 weeks to get his light level up.
Well, right now he is doing that. He is currently working on it, because that is the plan. They are trying to get their levels up so they can raid.
Okay.
But this time last year during Extra Life, I was covering MCM, and I was coming back to find Coleman Extra Life and going to sleep, waking up, he was still going, because he, for some reason, is determined to do 25 hours 3 years in a row now.
Oh, wow.
1 hour that way, 1 hour the other way. Is that the logic?
I have no idea what you mean.
Neither do I. Moving on.
That sounds exhausting.
Yeah, so he was flicking between GTA 5 and Destiny, I'm pretty sure, on a little bit of Drive Club or Forza, one of those car games. But yeah, so
All look the same to me. I'm sorry.
well, this is why he and Dan lovingly bought your team Destiny.
Oh.
Yeah. It's still
Yes.
there, sealed and nice and shiny.
It's still sealed.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Oh, offend.
Oh, dear.
Offensive.
Hey,
Dude.
Transformers were much more interesting than Destiny, apparently.
We got that. We rented that. It looks pretty. Don't really care about it though. Yeah, so There'll be links below to our fundraising pages if you want to see a little bit more info. If you want to tweet us or comment down below any games you think we should play. And also, if you'd like to donate, be very lovely people. Even if it's just $1, all the way up to whatever your butt can afford, that would be very, very nice too. It's for a very, very good cause to see us suffer through 24 hours of lack of sleep and tornado-induced hallucinations.
It might get scary by the end of it.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. So that's Extra Life time.
Yippee!
Okay, so we have a couple of questions.
Yay!
First one's pretty simple. From Will, who will be going to MCM?
Me!
I'll be there on Saturday, but I'll be working at the board game area.
Yep. I'm gonna be on Saturday just walking around and doing stuff. And on Sunday, I'm gonna be cosplaying if I find some furry boots, which I'm still yet to find, because I forgot the MCM was actually happening this weekend.
Oh no!
I have pink furry boots.
No, I don't need pink furry boots, I'm sorry.
Oh, they've got spikes, they're like monster boots.
Yeah,
they're my slippers.
But she needs Wookiee boots.
Yeah,
I know
I
she
need
needs
the
Wookiee
Wookiee
boots. I know, we were discussing it with Laura yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Coleman, he posed a riddle, which was specifically aimed at Alex. So
No, it was not aimed at Alex. It was aimed at all of us. But I know the answer, so I want you two to figure it out.
I know the answer because
Okay,
we were
Mon.
both taught it in primary school.
Yeah, I remember. I can't remember it off the top of my
Shall
head.
I read it out?
Yeah, it's
Shall I
with
read
the
it out?
stupid
Okay.
foxes and chickens and bullshit.
Okay. A man lives in a small house with a farm as his back garden and has a river beside his house. On the other side of the river is a shop. One day he visited the shop. He bought a chicken, a fox for his farm, and a bag of corn to feed the chicken. The man can only take one thing and himself across in the boat, without killing any animals or letting any other animal eat another item or animal. How will a man get across? Okay, so, Monica, do you want to tell us the answer?
Well, I'm gonna no, because I can't remember what the answer was, and I'm too tired to work it out. But I'm gonna answer Chris with an even better riddle, which is,
Go on.
there's an island.
Bring it on.
There's an island with 12 islanders. All of the islanders individually weigh exactly the same amount, except for one, who either weighs more or less than the other 11. You must use a seesaw to figure out whose weight is different, and you may only use the seesaw 3 times. There are no scales or other weighing devices on the island. How can you find out which islander is the one that has a different weight? There is an answer, and he's gonna have to find it out.
Have you been looking at Professor Layton puzzles?
No, it's not a Professor Layton puzzle.
I have done it on Professor Layton. I've played a few of those games, but they have like every riddle ever on there.
Yeah,
I would like those games.
I love
I
them.
can't remember if this was on Professor Layton, 'cause actually the answer is not as
No,
easy
don't
as
tell.
it seems. I'm not going to tell the answer, because I want Chris to figure it out. Maybe we can have a riddle of the week.
Riddle off. Right, so the
Yeah,
answer...
new segment.
Riddle up.
Weird thing of the week and a riddle of the week.
Yay!
I like that.
Okay, Alex, do you want to give us the answer to Coleman's question?
Oh, I forgot it already. Okay, so you have a fox, a chicken, and a crop. So first you're gonna take a chicken over,
Yeah,
and then you're
chicken.
gonna pedal back. And then I guess you are gonna take, say, a fox, and then you get it across. And then you're gonna pick up your... No, you already took a fox. See, there you go. I'm getting confused. Okay, so
so you take the chicken, and then you go and you take the fox, then you take the chicken back, and then you take the wheat, and you bring that over, and then you go back, and then you take the chicken.
Yes,
Because you can never leave. You can never leave the fox with the chicken. You can never leave the chicken with the grain.
with the coin.
Yeah. Okay, so
Hey, I
you
had
go...
diagrams for this when I was figuring it out at work.
Okay, so chicken, go back, get fox. Fox, pick up chicken, back, pick up wheat. Over, leave it with the fox, come back, pick up chicken, over, done.
Yep.
Yay!
Yay!
Okay,
You know what really helps this riddle? If you imagine that this man is actually Coleman and he's pedaling through the river, and the chicken is actually sitting on his head and laying eggs, and then the fox is licking the eggs off his head when he's driving the fox on the other side. That
That's
improves
made
this
it
riddle
so
so
much better.
the first time I did this riddle, I think it was like 3 chickens, 2 foxes, and a bag of grain. No, 3 bags of grain, 2 chickens, and a fox.
Yeah, it's a little bit more complicated, that one.
Yeah. I love riddles, though. I love puzzles and stuff
I
like
hate
that.
riddles and puzzles.
Oh, I like
I like
them.
puzzles.
I like them too.
Okay,
well, I'm
next
just
question.
stupid, okay?
Oh.
No, you're not. Right, so next question is from Ollie. I actually have no interest in this question, surprisingly, because I am trying to keep myself pure of heart and mind, before we get to, the wondrous day that is Star Wars Day. Is Kylo Ren actually Luke Skywalker based on Luke not being in the new poster?
Wasn't that weird, actually?
I haven't actually looked at the poster. I'm purposely
All right, okay. Well, he wasn't in the poster. Sorry, Lauren.
Sorry.
Okay.
I just quickly Googled who the character was, because I was like, who is that? And then I read a really fun theory where actually people are like, no, but he might be Emperor Palpatine's grandson, because they're in one of the books. Like, oh god.
They're not canon. They're not canon anymore.
They're no longer canon. But they could have inspired themselves from the character. There's a dude called Ken, which uses the same letters as Jibberjir, who is Luke's apprentice for a while, and he's Empress Palpatine's grandson. And there are theories that it could well be him, because he is descended from Darth, and he was...
No.
Yeah.
You know what? Sorry, but blah, 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 blah. Don't want to hear anything until the 19th, which is when I'm gonna go and see that movie.
Yeah.
Yay!
No!
Okay, next question. Also, which is better, Kylo Ren's limp and leaky red lightsaber, or Destiny's badass epic exotic sword that can deflect sleeper stimulant and fire discs of lightning?
That's
on you, Monica.
Oh, well, I was thinking about this.
Wait.
So
there was actually thought process in this.
So sleeper simulant is it's a fusion rifle, so it fires big bolts of energy, like a Spartan laser cannon. That's what it is, just because some people we don't know. Which would be like the clones, or the troopers' blasters, which would be like a blaster. So Jedi swords can reflect blaster shots. Therefore, it should also be able to reflect this rifle shot. So in that respect, they are the same. I don't know if the sword can cut through anything, but I'm guessing lightsabers can? Can lightsabers cut through anything? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Except each other.
Because well, like they reflect
reasons.
They reflect blasters, so let's say they reflect each other. The only thing a lightsaber cannot do is fire big bolts of electricity at things, but it can cut through anything. So I don't know. I think they could be about even, but that whole crossguard thing is so bullshit. Though I'm sorry, I just don't like the crossguard thing. It's like, why you would cut your wrists off? No.
Yeah, I don't like the crossguard, but like thinking back to when I played Old Republic, the special crystals that you use for the inside of lightsabers, we used to use those to mod our guns. What lasers were fired at the guns and how powerful they were. So maybe they repel each other because they're of the same matter.
Yes.
Or is that too out there?
I don't know. I don't know. He's just really excited because he got his exotic sword in Destiny, okay? It was really hard. It took a long time.
Well,
I had to help.
Pat.
Because my character has this ability where I can see where resources spawn. So we spent a couple hours with him just following behind me and me going, there's a thing there, go harvest it. Because from harvesting certain resources, you had a small chance of getting one of the quest objects for the sword, and you had 10. And it was just like, there's one over there. It's like, nope. What about that one? Nope. What about that one? I got one! 10 hours later, I got all of them! And then we had to do loads of really hard quests, which were really, really hard. We had some help from some lovely people. So he is very excited because he has a big shiny sword, and it's very shiny, and it fires lightning. So I can say the sword is better because he's cooking my dinner right now, and I love him. So yes, the sword is better.
At all.
Sword is better. Way.
Okay, and final question from Caesars. What game would you
you pronounced it wrong!
I'm sleepy. I got a sore throat.
No, that means it's good. That means his name is working back again. That's
Yay!
fine.
Okay, what game would you sneak Mortal Kombat's fatality mechanisms and gore into to order a NRW?
I guess maybe it's new game?
To what?
Maybe
NRW. Where situations escalate very quickly. For example, LA Noire accidentally accused a suspect too many times, and What's-His-Face destroys them as everyone else looks in horror. Love the show, peeps. Thank you. I'm gonna say Mario. So like, if you jump on something too many times, it just explodes into viscera.
Animal Crossing when you give them the wrong piece of furniture.
Oh, is that Animal Crossing Home Designer?
No, did the original Animal Crossing game. Oh, it can be both. Okay. It can work in both. It's like, you've put what in my house? Fatality. I asked you for pink furniture.
Now it's all red. Okay, Alex, what about you?
Okay, I wrote my little bit, and it's actually the other way around. I remember from playing Green Fandango, or trying to play Green Fandango, I was totally not understanding what the hell I have to do, so I kept talking to that receptionist, and she kept patiently repeating the same thing over and over again, and I just kept waiting for her just to jump from her reception desk and smack me in the head. It's like, shut up, you idiot. So I can just imagine her going, with blood and gore and everything.
But they wouldn't be blood, they're skeletons. It would be flowers.
Okay.
But you know, when they get shot, they get
because it's Day of the Dead.
Yeah, so when they die, they get like planted.
Oh, there are some really cute Grim Fandango mugs on Game 2. They're like little white and blue ones, like Royal Dorchester China, and it's got Grim's head on it with some flowers around it.
Oh, that sounds nice.
So awesome. Sorry, it just reminded me of that. But yeah, I hope that answered your question. Okay, so let's go to shout-outs. Monica, do you want to do the forums?
Yes, so shout out to Spiky Chris, to Orox, to the Barrel in the Room, to Coleman, and to Ollie, and to Cesus.
Yay!
Who ventured to the forum thread the first time. Thank you!
Yay!
Alex, do you want to do the Twitter?
Okay. Thank you to Life at Today Live. What? This is actually surprisingly complicated. Wait.
Life Today Live.
Now you spoiled it. Okay. Thank you to Nelly, to Will Driver, to Prunf, which is what season is now.
Porn Fave.
To Porn Fave. To Porn Fave. Thank you. To Dave, BRB. Dave, you might be thinking I was joking about that spreadsheet. I'm not. I'm making you a spreadsheet of games you need to play with me on PS4. It's coming. Don't worry. I don't care if you have personal life. It's happening. Anyway, and at Lifted Geek, woo! Which actually reminds me, I'm a horrible, horrible person. I forgot. This is no context. But the other two are J-Lo and David Beckham, and I have to admit I had a little bit of help from David Beckham because I could not figure that out. Okay.
What?
Yeah, Lifted Geek knows what I'm talking about. And at Anon JD.
Okay, I want to say shout out to Anon JD. I know with the iTunes, so we haven't got any new iTunes reviews, but I'm going to repeat what I said last week, but if you look at the iTunes, some of the older ones aren't relevant to us. I have started the process of trying to clean up the iTunes reviews so it's more our show. So you should.
Wait, so we're going to have like 2 reviews?
Yay!
That's why people should go onto the iTunes and leave us a review. 5 stars is preferable, but anything is nice. Leave us a comment, criticism, constructive would be best rather than just something flat out. We can improve. Oh.
No, you don't. I love you.
Yay!
Yay! Yeah, so some constructive criticism, some feedback, question, anything like that, that would be fantastic. There's a special shout out from Alex.
Yeah, thank you to Oryx. He was on tabletop right after EGX, which I missed because I was sick, and he gave Tim and me a very lovely wedding card. So thank you very much. Tim has finally passed it on to me, and life indeed is better in co-op.
Aww.
That's cool.
Okay, so if you would like to get in contact with us, you can do so via the forums or the comments down below. Leave us a question, leave us criticism, anything. Just say hi. Just say but. We don't mind that. Just get in touch. You can also do that on the Twitter using hashtag Geek Speak at Big Red Barrel, or by our personal Twitters. I am at the Sweet Shrimp.
I am at Dusty Tulip _.
And I am Monica at _Ion.
No.
Monica
__ Ion.
Close enough.
Oh, sweetums.
Close
The
enough.
letters were there, just not in the right order. You can also contact us on the Facebook, which has been all spruced up and is lovely. So if you just search Big Red Barrel on Facebook, give us a like, give us a comment, give us a how do you do. Also, if you want to see, at least Alex in person, face to face, you can head over to Dalston, London on a Tuesday and go to Tabletop Tuesday, play one of our featured games, and you could be in the chance to win it that very evening, which I think is pretty awesome. All you have to do is play a game and you could win it. Also, there are some delicious cocktails and beverages, so head over there if you're in the vicinity. We also have things on our Twitch channel, so the Big Red Barrel Twitch, we will put the link down below. Every Tuesday there is Big Red Buddies with our very own Dave and Kev from the Barrelcast, and hopefully there'll be some of our faces on there soon.
One day.
Anything else? Have I missed anything?
I also just realised our image is really topical now that Star Wars is coming out.
Yep.
Yay!
On point. On point.
Hells
one.
yeah.
Well done.
Damn straight. Oh, yeah.
Okay, I think I'm actually going to adjourn and watch some Star Wars because I'm feeling that kind of saucy. Yeah. So, for episode 18 of Big Red Barrel Geek Speak, I have been Lauren.
I have been butts.
Of course you have.
Why
There
is
should be a
this,
third one somewhere.
why is it still funny? I don't understand why it cracks her up.
No, it's just every time I've been Monica.
And Monica is dead.
And we bid you farewell and good night. Bye!
But
You and your ears are quite welcome for the podcasting goodness that you just heard. Why not roll on over to BigRedBarrel.com for more podcasts, news, reviews, and videos from the biggest, reddest site on the internet, BigRedBarrel.com.
So, do we have the date for Extra Life? What's the date of Extra Life?
date of Extra Life, I think it's 7th of November, but don't quote me on it. I don't know why I'm always singing when I don't know something.
Don't worry, I turn into Betty Rubble when I start
Extra
getting nervous
Life,
giggles.
2015.
November 7th.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm so
Okay.
sorry, Coleman. You'll have to edit us to make us sound better than we are.
No.
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 Better than we